Hi, good evening. Welcome back to our next episode of Reason with Steph. So, this evening I'll be looking into the part benefit. I will tell you a little about how they say you're qualified to receive the part benefit and who benefits from it. All right, how do we go about getting it? Because persons are having difficulties receiving the part benefit. So how are you qualified even though the qualification are stated? You can go online, and when you do your research you will see how you qualify. When we get back, you will be listening to me talking about how you qualify, some of the benefits that you'll receive from path, and you listen to a story, an interview done with a lady who tried to apply for the benefit and was not able to get it because of some reason or the other, and other persons too who had told me their story. I will relate a little of that to you, and then you can drop a line in the comment section and tell me what do you think. All right. So this is what I see. The path, as we say, is the program of advancement through health and education. So PATH is stated as being the program of advancement through health and education. So it's a conditional transfer. It's a conditional cash transfer and a program funded by the government of Jamaica and the World Bank, and is aimed at delivering benefits by way of cash grants to the most needy. You hear that? The most needy and vulnerable in society. So you have to be most needy and vulnerable. So I don't know how deep is vulnerable they want you to be, or how needy you must be, because at times we classify ourselves as being needy, but there are other persons that are needy more than us. Part was introduced island wide in 2002. All right, now this evening we are going to looking at how much does part pay in Jamaica. And here I'm looking at an article say elderly 60 years are over and is not in receipt of pension. So if you're an elderly person and you're 60 years and over and you're not getting a pension, you are supposed to be qualified for this benefit. Persons with disability too. So if you have a disability, you're supposed to be able to go to the part office and you will be able to get some assistance through the part benefit. Pregnant and lactating woman, poor adults 18 to 59 here. So if you're poor, I don't know what they classified as being poor, but you must be poor and between the age of 18 to 59 to benefit from the PATH program. All right, let us look a little further. Who is eligible for the PATH program? And that was what I just give you. All right, what does PATH program means? I tell you that earlier. How do I apply for the PATH grant? So, to apply, students should complete the relevant application form, which can be obtained from the bursary department of this prospective institution. So this one would be those persons who you're on the PATH program, I think, but you are going to college and you need some benefits from the PATH office and you need to apply. So you complete the relevant application form, which can be obtained from the bursary department of the prospective institution. So you get the PATH form at your college, the bursaries department, all right, and our respective parish office of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. So you can also go into the offices of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Now, this is my concern. I am hearing a lot of persons that say they applied for the benefit and because they classify themselves as being poor. And there is this lady that I had an interview with earlier on, and she will tell you of her ordeal and not getting through with the benefit to help with her granddaughter. So I am going to allow you to listen to her now. When we come back, you will hear more from me. So hi, good morning. You're back with Reason with Stefan. Today I am talking with a lady that I just met randomly on the roadside, and she selling on the road. And she's talking about the PATH benefit and how are you qualified to receive the PATH benefit. So today I'll be interviewing her for a short while, and she's going to tell you about her ordeal in trying to get the PATH benefit for her granddaughter who had lost both parents. All right, so let her introduce herself to you. So I'm asking you at this moment to just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm June, and I live in Clarendon.
Yes, you're from Clarendon. And
Yes.
I heard you talking the other day about trying to get the PATH benefit for your granddaughter,
Yes.
who her both parents are deceased. They died
Yes.
tragically.
Yes.
So I want you to tell me now, what did you do when you went to the PATH office? What happened?
Yes, because I went there shortly after. This was in 2017. Shortly after our parents were deceased, because I was left with that child she was even 2. So I went there. I filled the form out, and when I went for the interview, I spoke to a lady. And after they did their assessment, they said that I didn't qualify. So I asked her, why didn't I qualify? Because this child lost both parents. I'm only the grandparent. Totally unprepared to take on that responsibility. Because that time I was in my late 40s.
Yes.
Raised all of my kids already. So I desperately needed the help for her. And she told me I didn't qualify. I would have to make an appeal. And they appointed somebody to come and see me at home.
Again?
Yes.
So that's the second visit?
Yes.
So on the first visit that they came to your home, they told you you didn't qualify.
No, they
why?
told me that at the office.
Oh, why? So why? Did they tell you why?
No. They just said they put it on the system and I didn't qualify.
All right. So when you made the appeal now, you filed an appeal.
Yes.
And you went back to them, and what happened since?
They sent someone to come and do an assessment.
And when that
And the
person
lady
come, what
come,
did she
she
say to
said,
you?
That's just how it goes. Maybe I could get some assistance in doing a little business. So I told her I usually do buying and selling, so that would be good.
But sometimes buying and selling is so slow, don't it?
But at least, even if it's slow today, something might happen the other week. So whatever help I could have gotten at that time, I was willing to take it.
Okay.
And she said she was gonna make a report, and I never heard anything again.
Oh, so today we are trying to find out then what makes you qualify for the benefits at the PATH office. So I'll be talking to somebody, and you will hear more about how you go about being qualified to get the PATH benefit. Now, as you see, she's selling on the roadside, and these are some of her things that she sells. I'm going around. She sells right at the wholesale at National Park at the side there, so you can come and check her out. These are some of the things that she sells so that she'll be able to assist her granddaughter. So come and patronize her.
And she's 6 now.
And she's 6 now, so she's still going to school.
So she needs all of those benefits.
All right.
Because she's been over 4 years, so she still needs the benefits.
And there are other persons that I really talk to, and I think they had the same sentiment, they share the same sentiment of not being qualified for the part benefit. So you'll hear more. All right? So after you listen to this lady, I want you to leave a comment down below. Give me your views on what you think. I meet other persons who share the same sentiment as this lady. Remember, you know, the PATH program is for elderly people 60 and over who is not in receipt of a pension. They don't have a pension getting, or for persons 18 to 59 years who are poor or disabled people. No. Who do we classify as being poor? Because apparently you cannot be poor based on some of the interviews that I have done with other persons. You cannot be poor and have a flush toilet. They don't classify you as being poor. They don't classify you as being poor if you have a television, if you have a fridge, because say you have those things. But listen to me, persons can have those things and they are poor. Sometimes they have them and not even meat, food, nothing is in them, because persons get them from other relatives or friends. They beg and they get them. No, this lady is telling me off here that you have to have pit toilet. Pit latrine, gone were the days when everybody were using pit latrine. Every single person back then was using pit latrine. Everybody tries to elevate themselves. Don't care how poor they are. It is not really how poor you are, you know. Why you have a flush toilet. You're trying to move away from the smelly stench. So you try to improve yourself, no care what little you earn. But that doesn't mean that you don't need a little help. You try to elevate yourself to be comfortable, so you save over the years and you buy a little television. That doesn't classify you as not being poor. Or you buy a little fridge. It doesn't classify you as not being poor. I don't know who agree with me, but I know that for a fact. I remember, and I can tell you this, at one point, I would say I was needing, when I just started having my children, but I was not the one to go to the PATH office then. My husband at the time, yes, he was working. But you know, when you're working and paying rent and everything hand to mouth, so you at the end of the month or the fortnight, you don't have anything leave to buy food or to send children to school. My children days upon days went to school without breaks money. And I was happy that it was a shift school. So when they come home, I could give them, if I have a little lemonade or something, a piece of bread. And I would classify myself at the time as being poor. However, when my husband went there, they told him that he was not qualified just like everybody else. All right? Because he was working. But yes, we were poor. So I don't know who you classified as being poor. And at the time too, you know, the place where we rented, we didn't have flush toilets. We didn't even have a good little television. We had one of those little black and white television at the time. And you know, over the years, how long you have to save to buy something like that. and they didn't classify us as being poor. So I am still wondering and hearing this lady's story that her son and her granddaughter parents died. They died tragically. And she was old, she was up in age. Yes, she called herself poor at the time. Maybe she wasn't going and begging on the street like others, but she was poor. She got an emergency. Her granddaughter parents died and she have to take up the grandchild, and she went and she applied to the path office. I would be classify her then as being poor. However, she was denied twice of the benefit. No, I am going to talk in from my point of view, where I see persons that they are living, they can live, and they have money, and they have businesses, and they were able to get the part benefit. How did they do that? I don't know. How are you qualified then? I don't know. I know of persons who I know they have it. They have persons abroad sending things to them. They're living in big houses. They are living well. They don't really need the benefit, but yet still they get it. And the persons who really need it cannot get it. I know of persons who, after they get one child on the benefit, getting the benefit, the others can't get on. Why? What is happening with the system? I don't know. But I'm just saying, based on what I research on Google, it tells me that persons who are over 60 and over and you're not receiving a pension, I am sure that most of us, almost all of us, know somebody who's 60 and over and is very poor, not receiving a pension, but yet still they are not getting the benefit. I can tell you too of persons who are, I know that they are struggling, I know that they are poor, and yet still a child is not receiving the benefit. How are we qualified? What are we supposed to do? Can somebody please highlight me and what persons are supposed to do to be qualified? When you come in and you do the visits, what tells you that the person is not qualified for this benefit? Sometimes these persons are suffering over years. For years, they can barely find food to eat, yet still you're saying that they are not qualified. Why? Talk to me. I wish somebody in the office will see this and highlight us on what is happening with the PATH program. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. Leave your comment down below and let me know what you think.